When the invasion first began, the opening salvo into major world cities was among the most destructive and lasting actions done by the invaders. Cities with centuries of history were reduced to ruins, and the death toll innumerable. Once the ashes settled, something began to emerge from those cities of death. They're not alien, but no longer human, lashing out at anything and anyone who enters. They're called the Lost. The Lost are zombie-like humanoids who have overrun the old world cities. Whomever they were has been completely erased by time. The only thing left is a primal desire to attack whoever and whatever enters their territory. To fully understand these creatures, we have to start with their first reported sightings. According to field reports, over a decade ago, independent resistance cells in North America encountered what they referred to as infected civilians. The cell leader, a man named Tony Cross, ordered the infected to be destroyed on sight. A tough decision, but with hindsight, we can say that Cross made the right call, and may have even curbed the initial spread of the Lost across the continent. Ever since, reports of Lost in other major cities are picked up by resistance radio, with the same advice being given: avoid or kill on sight. Autopsy reports and eyewitness accounts confirm what we all suspected to be true. The Lost were once humans, civilians even, who lived and died during the first days of the invasion. The most plausible theory of their origins comes from the devices launched into the cities by the invaders. Fog pods. The gas that was released from these pods to entrap their victims was never fully studied by XCOM or the Earth governments. The war took a turn for the worse before a sample could be retrieved, with all efforts being shifted to a defensive plan. Unfortunately, those plans didn't go as well either, and with no way of obtaining that particular toxin strain today, we can only speculate on its purpose. By all accounts, the gas released would ensnare the victim in webbing, immobilizing them in place. Perhaps it was a way for the invaders to quickly abduct the populace for study, but who knows what other effects it could have on individuals who were exposed but managed to escape. The Lost defy most known medical science from before the invaders. The level of tissue decay hasn't stopped them from still being agile in the battlefield, and they have a particularly heightened sense to activity. They will rush towards the sound of gunfire and are especially attracted to explosives. So use caution if you plan an ambush around blowing up a car. Fortunately, the Lost can be put down through traditional Earth lore regarding zombies. Destroy the head. A simple headshot is a humane way to take down the regular Lost. The more mutated variants will occasionally require more firepower. These ones, the brutes, are recognizable from the green tumors growing from their body, restricting their mobility, but are much more durable. The Dashers have an uncommon red glow to them, and are noticeably quicker than the typical Horde. Since the Lost are attracted to sounds, and attack humans and aliens equally, it stands to reason that a device could be made that could draw their attention, not only as a means of avoidance, but also manipulation. The ultrasonic lures used by XCOM are capable of drawing the Lost to their location once thrown, and anyone in the area will be swarmed by the Lost once they take notice. While XCOM has found a way to herd the Lost and use them to their advantage, Advent has their own solution. The Advent Purifiers, one of the many dirty little secrets Advent keeps out of the public's eye. Purifiers use a massive flamethrower and carry incendiary grenades. They were specifically designed and modified to work in high-temperature areas, and and are deployed to the old world cities to curb the lost population. It's a common misconception that the suits are what keeps them protected from working in such heat, but autopsies from Dr. Tigan reveal something much sinister. Their skin underneath the suits has shown signs of heavy modification, nearly 3 times the thickness of a normal human, being able to absorb and retain moisture. Their armor pulls moisture from the environment while their own skin keeps them cool. An ingenious, if disturbing, solution. The Purifiers burn the lost, which causes them to panic and scatter as they roast. It's a cruel and harsh way for anyone to go, but especially for something as mindless as the lost. We shouldn't expect anything less from Advent at this point. They seek to destroy everything from our old world and cover up their actions from the war, and these are among the last pieces. The lost haunt the old cities, ghosts from the past, walking reminders of the elders' apathy and cruelty. Whomever they once were is, as their name implies, lost. Lost in the confusion and terror that was the war. Their personalities, experiences, and memories gone, like dust in the wind.